What more do we know about the Australian man who's been arrested in relation to these attacks?
Well, Brenton Tarrant is an Australian-born citizen from Grafton in New South Wales. We don't know a lot about him as yet, but the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern confirmed that he was not on a security watch list. There was, however, a 74-page manifesto with the author identifying himself as Tarrant, although that's not yet been confirmed. In the manifesto, the author describes himself as a regular white man, 28 years old, from a low-income working-class family. In the manifesto, he also went on to describe, lay out the reasons for carrying out the attack, and that was to, quote, reduce immigration in European lands. In a press conference earlier, we heard the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, describe him as an extremist, right-wing, violent terrorist.
And how much are Australian authorities assisting their New Zealand counterparts in this matter?
Well, Australia and New Zealand are allies with a very close partnership, especially when it comes to matters of security. Both Australian and New Zealand authorities have confirmed that they are sharing information, that they are working together, that they are cooperating. There is, in fact, a joint Australia-New Zealand counter-terrorism committee to coordinate on matters of security and intelligence. Now, this event is absolutely shocking for both New Zealand and Australia, as both countries really pride themselves on being a success story when it comes to multiculturalism. That said, there are right-wing, far-right groups existing in Australia, although they are small, they are there, and there are groups such as the United Patriots Front and the Reclaim Australia, who are staunchly against a multicultural Australia.
And finally, Richelle, I mean, given the proximity of New Zealand to Australia, there are indeed close ties between these two countries, aren't there, with many New Zealanders living in Australia and vice versa?
Absolutely. Many Australians living in New Zealand and many New Zealanders living here in Australia. The Australians and New Zealanders see each other as family members, as cousins. We are related in that way. So there is obviously a lot of sadness and condolences headed for the New Zealand people from the Australians. We did hear from Prime Minister Scott Morrison earlier, who obviously condemned the attack and sort of reiterated Australia's solidarity with the New Zealanders at this time. And as a result, he has said that all flags in Australia will be flying at half-mast in respect for those who have lost their lives today.
Richelle Harrison Plesse reporting there from Sydney. Thank you.